So, dann wollen wir mal gucken. Brian schreibt. Was ist denn in der Pro AM Walk in der Arena los? So, neue Aufgaben haben wir jetzt auch. Und zwar soll ich jetzt erstmal die Pro AM Walking Arena besuchen. Wo ist die denn? Ist das hier? Oder ist eins weiter? Ich weiß nicht. Nee, das ist Ante Abkreuz, dann ist es unten das. Dann laufen wir da mal hin. Ja, mittlerweile GS 66. Ich weiß jetzt auch, wie man das steigert. Hab zwar kaum mehr VCs, aber immerhin Level 66, ja. Also das ist ja auch schon was wert. Hier ist die Pro AM Arena. Da gehen wir noch mal rein, mal gucken, was da auf uns wartet. So. Ich dachte ja eigentlich, dass das hier nur mit anderen Spielern geht. Aber schauen wir mal. Ja, jetzt bin ich hier. Und was jetzt? Gibt was meine Aufgabe jetzt noch? Eigentlich nur Pro Am Walk On Arena. Machen wir halt mal ein Shoot-Around. Ich wüsste aber nicht, was mir das jetzt bringen soll. Also diese Aufgabe ist etwas Quatsch. Wenn man nur mal kein Team mit Freunden hat, dann kann man hier nicht viel machen. So, dann gehen wir hier erstmal wieder raus, weil bringt ja alles nichts. Hallo, ich will den Ball loswerden. Oh, der Wurf war allerdings schön nochmal zum Abschluss. So, dann gehen wir hier wieder raus, weil hier können wir ja nicht wirklich was machen. Und dann gehen wir mal beim Training gucken, ob da noch irgendwas ansteht. Und ansonsten startet jetzt gleich das nächste Spiel. Also wir werden es gleich sehen. Entweder wir sehen uns gleich in der Halbzeit wieder oder es gibt beim Training noch was zu sehen. Mal gucken. Laden, laden, laden. Bin laden, laden, laden. Ach, diese Ladezeit in diesem Spiel, gell? Die machen mich wahnsinnig. Wahnsinnig machen die mich. So, dann gehen wir mal Richtung Trainingscourt. Mir kam es übrigens auch so vor, als hätte ich in den letzten Spiel ein bisschen mehr Spielzeit gehabt. Vielleicht wird es ja jetzt langsam dann auch mehr, je stärker ich werde. Schauen wir einfach mal. Und gehen mal auf den Trainingscourt. Natürlich werde ich euch nicht beim ganzen Training dabei behalten, das werde ich so durchziehen, aber da kommen oft auch kleine Story-Unterhaltungen und die würde ich natürlich schon gerne mitnehmen. Heute aber nicht, also sehen wir uns zur Halbzeit wieder. Bis gleich.
2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, it seems like any question people have had about them in the offseason, those have already been answered with the terrific start they've gotten off to. It's hard to imagine there are too many doubters still out there after some of the performances we've seen from them so far. You know, it seems, fellas, like every time LeBron takes the court, he has a chance to pass another career milestone. When it's all said and done, where do you think he ends up on the NBA's all-time scoring list, Shaq?
Well, it'll be very hard for him to make a run at the top two, Ernie. However, it's never a good idea to doubt LeBron, because he's already passed me up in the scoring list, so you can't doubt the guy.
He's got that going for him. How
Well,
about
you know, man, Ernie, I just think how long he plays. If he plays, 17, 18 years, he's going to be in the top two. But if he stops at about 15, then and says, I just want to spend time with my kids, then I don't think so.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Boo-boo, nobody does the stanky leg anymore.
Another city, another foot rash.
Ugh. Stay out of my locker room, man.
That's our locker room.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It's the Los Angeles Clippers facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. The big story is the return of Isaiah Thomas from being injured.
Well, they had lost a lot off their fastball when he was on the sideline with that injury, guys. Things really started to unravel for them shortly after he got hurt, and they just couldn't piece it back together.
His mere presence, his intangibles, the things that don't show up in the stat sheet. I think they knew he'd be missed, but had no idea how much.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small in size, but he's always dreamed big. He said, it sounds crazy, but I always thought I was going to be an NBA player, that I'd be an all-star and one of the best to play. That was in my head since I was a little boy, before I loved anything, before I knew what love was. I love the game of basketball. Kevin?
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And tonight, the matchup at the center position, is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, you know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. I can't wait to watch this.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. And the Clippers starting 5. Gallinari, the 3 with Griffin at the 4. Patrick Beverly out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low.
Has the NBA ever seen a more dominant athlete than LeBron James? He's the quickest player on the floor at any given time and the strongest, just one of a kind.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That one is off. And LeBron so strong finishing. He's complained that maybe, Chris, he's not getting the foul calls he deserves.
And he's so powerful. The officials don't always notice kind of the little stuff. I mean, you almost need to tackle him to prevent him from the and-one.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, you got to admire LeBron. I mean, he's such a competitive athlete. He's one of the most competitive athletes you'll see in all of sports.
On defense, the Clippers. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made him pay for a lackluster effort. Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Thomas against Beverly. Thomas kicks to LeBron. Over Gallinari. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Oh, Griffin in position. He can't get that one. Good D from Love. On defense, the Clippers. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, there's also that East versus West thing. Each team leading their respective conference. This is a clash of the big dogs, and one that could have ramifications down the road.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
Now here's Thomas. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
Not getting anything to fall here early. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Now, here is Gallinari after LeBron James's miss. Rivers with it. Jordan with the screen on Thompson. Shot clock at 5. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night. And Tyronn Lue thrown right into the fire as the head coach of the Cavaliers, and he led them to a title in his rookie year as a head coach.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind, but he's so organized. He knew the changes he wanted to make. Coming in and leading a championship team, he was up for the task. After falling short on their first 4 shots, they got one to go, and now they're 1 for 5 from the field.
And Gallinari kicks to Jordan. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. Back to Jordan. It's stolen by Korver. Beverly against Thomas. LeBron with another miss.
Everything he is throwing up has been off. He needs to find his groove, and soon.
Here's Rivers. No good from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Korver kicks to Thomas. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Four on the clock. Here's LeBron. Jordan with the rebound.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Jay Crowder's checked in for Thompson. Smith comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. The Clippers also changing it up. Lou Williams is checked in for Austin Rivers. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Gallinari with it. Picked up by Love. Off the screen. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Solid pick to create that opening. Soft touch on the jumper.
And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Lou Williams, a perfect fit in their high-powered offense.
Listen, Sweet Lou, that was my rookie. Okay, Lou is a professional scorer. Whatever team he is on, he finds a way to provide instant offense.
First one falls for him. The former 6th man of the year in 2015, Lou Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. He uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
And he makes both free throws.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's a pick by Love. Rose attacking. That's tipped. Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Rose. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here are the Cavaliers. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Here's Teodosic. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Reed a screen on Love. Here's Decker. Good work defensively by Crowder.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, recruited by college coaches, and then he, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he, put the time in, the things he did, and that's kind of where I developed mine.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it also sets a tone. They're the more physical, the more dominant team right now.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Teodosic out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Decker. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Reed in at the center, filling out the middle. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. When you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
Three people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature, and then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by, with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post, you just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and his skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
Here's Wells, and he's good on the three ball. Wells has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
When you're open, DJ will find you. A team-first guy who plays well within the offense.
Outside Rose. Kicks it to Smith. And there's the pass to Crowder. Thompson sets the pick for Crowder. The three trains the three-pointer. Crowder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's worked a lot on his three-point shot. Crowder makes enough where it has to be on.
Wells with it. Out-guarded by Crowder. Over in the corner, Decker. Hit by Harrell from deep. Goes back up. And counted. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
For Los Angeles, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. A different look now for Cleveland. James checked in for Jefferson. Corver comes in for Smith. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. The Clippers also changing it up. Blake Griffin comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Gallinari in for Sam Decker. And with Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love, the Cavs have some elite offensive rebounders, able to create extra offensive possessions.
Well, their offensive rebounding rate fell off quite a bit last season, from 9th best to 20th. I mean, they just got smaller without Mozgov and some of the other 7-footers they have, and another team's prepared for them.
The screen from Thompson. Outside Crowder. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Gallinari against LeBron. Reed dishes to DJ. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 8. No one near James as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Oh, that's just stellar instincts from James. Outstanding at clogging up passing lanes when he's left.
Out to the right wing. Picked by Griffin. Here's Wells. Hits the three-point bomb. Wells has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Clippers.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Thomas, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
A different look for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Reed. Austin Rivers comes in for Wells. And it's Patrick Beverly in for DJ. Clippers leading by 9. Jordan the screen. Molinari passes to Griffin. This one for three, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And Beverly has wonderful moves and has a great stroke from downtown. Gotta love how he rises up with plenty of confidence.
Here's Crowder. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Griffin kicks to Beverly. From downtown, here's Jordan. And the rejection by James.
Oh, love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist. You better check your rear view when you're driving to the hole.
Now, here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They get it again. Nice shot by Thompson.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Los Angeles has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Griffin. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outside Thomas. Feeds to LeBron. Beverly against Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Poked away and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 12. James outside. Thomas a screen. Here's the screen. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so that's the end of the first half. Clippers lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Kyle, a little tough there offensively in the first half. How do you guys get going in the second?
Keep on moving the ball, play with energy, play with the pass. I mean, they're a great defensive team. It's what they do. So it's going to be tough tonight, but we did all right.
Hey, Kyle, thanks a lot for your time, man. Back to
Und jetzt kurz die Halbzeitanalyse. Die erste Hälfte, die haben wir wirklich überragend gespielt. Vor allem das zweite Viertel war richtig, richtig gut. Ich bin mit meinem Einsatz eigentlich auch zufrieden. Ein Assist. Viele gute Pässe habe ich gespielt und einen Turnover auch erzwungen. Das ist schon ganz ordentlich, kann man mit zufrieden sein. Und ja, gehen wir in die zweite Hälfte. Euch weiterhin viel Spaß.
Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Korver and LeBron are the wings. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Now here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Love with the screen for Thomas. Teardrop shot, and Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love, it's all out of fun, and I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
That's good.
The feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's LeBron. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And it's blocked by Jordan. Gallinari against LeBron. Gallinari dishes to Rivers. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Thompson. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Love kicks to Thomas. Pass to Corbin. Stolen by Rivers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Rivers.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Jay Crowder's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Smith checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Jordan. Wells comes in for Gallinari. Williams, he's checked in for Rivers. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. That's good from Blake Griffin.
And no longer a guy you're okay to foul. Griffin's made steady improvement at the free throw line.
To end the run, misses off the left eye.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Now, here's Rose. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Jefferson. They trail by 18. A three-pointer is right on target.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Outside Williams. Pass to Griffin. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Griffin's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
It's a pick by Love. Right side Rose. And it's Love missing.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Wells' shot is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Rose. There's the dish to Jefferson. There's the feed to Crowder. There's a good screen. It's a pick by Love. There's Rose with the three. Another three for Cleveland.
It's a great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers ahead, leading by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Cavaliers trail by 17. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Wells. Reed out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Teodosic in at the point guard. Rose, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Williams passes to Reed, takes a three, and there's Wells. That's good on the assist from Reed. 12 points for Shammy Wells.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Shot from 12. Got a hand on it. Left side, Williams. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Deckers check in for Willie Reed. So it's the Cavaliers now. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Thomas kicks to Love. Over Harrell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Rose. Crowder, a screen on Williams. In the corner, Smith with it. 6 to shoot. It's a pick by Love. Shot on the wing. Teodosic grabs the miss.
And he gets some extra attention from the D on that trip and then throws a shot off.
And we know this league is enjoying great success. The Players Union going into last season created a program, Chris, to fund health insurance for all retired players with 3 or more years of service.
Well, I'm proud of our Players Union. I hope that other sports take lead. You know, you take care of those, they come before you. That's one thing in the NBA we always know and the players will always respect. That's why it was a unanimous vote by the Players Association. It definitely was a proud moment. I'm proud of my NBA brothers.
And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, you know, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked him. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, you know. So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
Here's Wells, following the score by Derrick Rose. Harrell setting the pick for Decker. Over Love. And that one is off. And Cleveland the other way now. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jordan.
Well, his defense gave them the spark they needed, protecting the rim with purpose. They were afraid to bring the ball inside against the big fella.
2 points, that one goes. And the Clippers lead by 21.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And there it is for them.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Rose against Williams. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't.
Eine absolute Top-Performance der LA Clippers hier. Die Cavaliers komplett chancenlos. Und ja, alle, die richtig getippt haben, herzlichen Glückwunsch zu eurem Punkt. Den habt ihr euch verdient. Ich bin mit meiner Leistung eigentlich ganz zufrieden.
It's all right, Chuck. You don't have to cover for me. I thought it would be okay.
Really? I should have noticed.
Look, the guy had a press pass.
Every kid with an internet connection and a blog has a press pass. If the kid knew what our video policy was, if he was cleared by PR, then he'd know the policy is what? What?
No shooting video.
That's exactly right. Charlie, go make sure that kid erased his video. Mr. Thompson, the last thing we need is a video of our players fresh out of the shower going viral because some Mr. Team Blogger USA doesn't have the life experience or the common sense to know that everything isn't content. So pretty please, with sugar on top, make sure everyone has clearance. Or I'm gonna go ahead and find a new boo-boo.
Well, since you said please.
Was ein Assi.
Boo-boo steer clear of Hannah tonight. There's no replacing Boo-boo about to lose his job. Boo? That's wild.
Naja, es wäre schade, wenn der Bubu weg wäre, ne? Also, muss man ja ehrlich sagen. Wenn euch NBA 2K18 gefällt, dann schaut mal in die Videobeschreibung. Da gibt es einen Link, wo ihr das Spiel günstig, sehr, sehr günstig kaufen könnt. Außerdem findet ihr dort die Playlist von NBA 2K17. Da könnt ihr da quasi die beiden Spiele nochmal vergleichen. Also die letztjährige Version und die diesjährige Version, was sich so getan hat. Dann läuft ja auch noch unser Giveaway-Gewinnspiel. Da könnt ihr, wie gesagt, immer fein mittippen. Die Regeln dazu stehen ebenfalls in der Videobeschreibung. Wichtig, Teilnahme nur für Abonnenten, also abonniert uns, wenn ihr es noch nicht getan habt. Und wenn das Video euch gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren und wie eben schon erwähnt, wenn ihr es noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert es doch einfach, dann verpasst ihr nämlich nichts mehr, zumindest dann nicht, wenn ihr die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button drückt. Wenn ihr jetzt im Abspann auf die linke Bildschirmseite klickt, dann bekommt ihr Tipps aus dem Kanal. Auf der rechten Bildschirmseite, da gibt es nochmal alle Folgen von NBA 2K18 verlinkt. Und in der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren. Und ich sage Tschüss und macht's gut, bis morgen.